Okay, my name is Robert St. Germain. I'm going to read 3 poems today. This first one's called Tick Tock. Here it goes. Tick tock, the clock unwinds. We are running out of time. Only so much we can do as we try and make it through. So many dreams with so little time. Can I find the perfect rhyme? Trying to break through the glass as I'm running from the past. Here we are in this marathon, chasing the carrot like morons. We fell into the master's trap, happy in the master's lap. We are the pet, so domesticated, safe like the castrated. We head for the holy buck, but we don't really give a fuck. It's all about us in the end. We choose success over our friends. This next one's called Subtle Warfare. This is about passive aggressiveness. So it's called Subtle Warfare. Here it goes. Passive aggressive is the way today. A look in the eye that can blow you away. An insult with a compliment, a little truth would be heaven sent. People hug you then stab you in the back. They will laugh as you have a heart attack. They will say that they are a friend, then threw you under the bus in the end. They will take everything you away, then disappear like the Twilight Zone. What can you do to get away? Just survive another day. Okay, this one's about the rain, because I love the rain. So this is called The Rhythm of the Rain. The rhythm of the rain cascades in my brain, and here in this moment, I don't feel insane. The drops on my skin wash the pain away, revealing the key to a better day. As the cars drive through the puddles on the street, it helps me get back on my feet. Nothing can make me sad on a day like this, and it feels like I've been granted a wish. The clouds in the sky are a blanket on me. There's nowhere I would rather be.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Kawai, and I'm going to read one poem today. It's called The Weight of Expectations. I have my eyes on the summit, but something keeps pulling me down. I've failed before, mired in self-pity. I've been struggling not to drown. I've been so embarrassed that I want to cry. I've been so desolate I just want to die. I've mixed up my words, laughing and grieving all the while, told my story with shame and a nervous smile. I babbled to myself, making conversations with an imaginary audience, knowing that I've fallen under the weight of expectations. I've dreamed so many dreams that never came to fruition, looking away from some ideal of tradition, collapsed beneath the goals I haven't met, and I haven't gotten over it yet. My nightmares tell me it could be so much worse, but I still feel like I'm fighting a curse. I blame myself and sometimes circumstance. Disappointments abound, and I try not to give them a second glance. Marriage and children passed me by, although I tried to make love work. Relationships faded as I pursued my education, but I could not carry the weight of expectations. I thought I might teach, but I fell apart instead. My existence, I came to find, was not conditional on my success. I now look deeper than the shiny surface on the people I meet. We all have troubles. We all feel demeaned or incomplete. I've learned how to lose gracefully. I've learned how to live faithfully. I've learned how to be grateful for whatever good fortune comes my way. I've learned that when I can't avoid catastrophe, to find patience and stay, to sort through the black and white and all the shades of gray. Life is sometimes painful, but succeed or fail, I've learned how to carry the weight of expectations. Thank you.
My name is Jordan Dirksen, poet extraordinaire. This is the Deserata. It has been passed down from generations. It was found in Old St. Paul's Church, Baltimore, dated 1692. Here it goes, the Deserata. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. Even the dull and ignorant, they too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons, they are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater or lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble it is, a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to the virtues there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not fringe affection, neither be clinical about love, for in the face of all adridity and disenchantment, it is perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gratefully surrender the things of youth, nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe no less than the trees and the stars. You have the right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you convince him to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its shame, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful and strive to be happy. Thank you.
I'm James Adamson. I'm an alumni of Artbeat Studio, and so all my poems are the glory of God and to Gwyneth with love. This one is called The History of Madness. Different countries have different definitions of insanity. Different places have different experience of life. What is insanity other than a mentality society can't receive? The shaman was revered. The Victorian person began to let people into the fresh air and sunshine. Our world has demonized us. I ask a question that poses an unanswerable one. If I had all my symptoms yet remained functional, would I be sick? If a man is cured of his problems because someone broke his nose, should we break noses? What can we allow under the premise of responsible medicine? The cure can be worse than the problem. The vast experience through history and around the world tells us to look harder. A leaf on a stream could be irreconcilable. A bird flying overhead could be an entrance into a beautiful world. Tell one person to dance and they dance into heaven. Tell another person to dance and they can't believe it. A great healer destroys one person's life and saves another. Then he moves over to another and is healed. It is our greatest darkness in which we find our way. It is when we spread our wings to fly that we fall from a cliff or fly. Yet a slightly unexpected wind may have changed everything either way. Mistakes can stick to us like a snowball effect. Pain can flow through the blood like embers, or maybe it was ashes that meant the burning had stopped. The great healer might want you dead. Or what is a great healer? The idiot who hands you a 45 and says do it because it worked for him. What is responsible behavior? Now that I have walked the highway, how do I attribute care and concern to my wisdom, such as you'd call it that? We are all brought into disobedience. Some people rise from theirs, others carry the burden of many. Some are both. Raising my head to a very slight indication of dawn, or a dawn that was there because I believed it was. I don't know how long I was in the night, but I have a chance to help, to believe my life is communicated, that I lasted through the storm to say it's worth it. I live under universal health care. My voice has a chance on the wind that would be squelched just south of the border, or vice versa. Sober truth might sound insane, yet it includes the chance to hug my parents, to hold on to heaven with forgiveness, the chance forever after death and here on earth. Yet even my religion is called brainwashing. What if the greatest metaphor for my effort is that I dance, spinning through the universe, celebrating existence, empowering everyone to meet themselves in heaven and say you made it. No matter how small the chance is for anyone, I want you to make it. That's my dedication, to help God try and save as many as possible. Forgiveness is our only truth, no matter how alone we are with it. So what world won't receive that? If we can talk, maybe communication will become honored, and all places will be where you belong. And this one's called Tears and Dance. It seems like a small thing to not want a gift. It seems like a small thing to be able to dance and watch Elvis steal your moves and be ridiculed. Everyone keeps examples of your failures. All I wanted was to be able to decide my tears. And I defended myself by calling dance at the time of death a tasteless thing. All I wanted was a chance to choose a gift and control the value of my dance and my tears. Dance pierces me to the heart. It stings to dance as if I were crying without tears, or a river of tears with no courage. I can't dance around my bed without seeing someone watch, someone judge. I haven't danced in decades. I haven't felt that kind of contempt, a vast loneliness, child that everyone saw, moves that everyone took as their own. Maybe the most basic thing about anyone is the way they dance, the courage to dance, the courage to cry into the night, into the day, ripped away like the smallest thing is all it ever is. Deeply I hated to love who I was. I called it what dance is love. If you stop your tears or you dance, you grow away from all you really are. If you reject a gift, a move or step, if you reject a gift, a move or step, it might never exist, and you may never know. The song of your tears becomes silent, trying to decide the day. You steal the night from your love. How can you jump from tomorrow except by looking into the dark? And who knows about your heart? The only insult is your missing feet and tears that seem wrong. With a pride that hurts those who see, a dance you can barely see. The only small things is to be afraid of a river of tears. A water of life you try to assuage. A dance on logs becomes a comedy. Blood, sweat, and tears. A neighborhood of broken noses. A movement through life of lonely roses. A child your mother holds dear to her supposes. Everything of yours at night, sedative doses. Paintings go on without your poses. Parties go on without your poses. The rings on a tree are its moves in the dance of the wind. The universe is nothing other than a dance. And I was going to say you never wanted it. I was never going to be part of it. I was going to forget what pain it was to be pointed at. I never knew I was the one trying to prevent your love and dance and tears. I thought I was in pain, but I was trying to be better than the next step in your dance. I was trying to take away your river because of the blood that needs the spirit that needs the water and the blood. It seems like such a small thing. Now I can't believe it's not. To cry river is not a small thing if you let it hurt. And I have one more here. This one's called Thank You for Heaven. And I have a hard time kind of like dividing out what it's about, because it's sort of about the death of my cat, but it's sort of not. Okay, so this one's called, I just said, Thank You for Heaven. The way you made me forgive, you made me see who I am. To my surprise, I walk through the soul of God, with painful steps that are a chance to love. You give me a chance to help others see. The sky is a blue dome we escape from below. The trees are friends we branch out to. I leave places I could stay, people I could love. I go to places I can live, people to hold. The city can make me laugh. I wonder where strangers have gone. I love those who hate because they are deceived. My heart beats like wings into the eyes of all. I can see people spinning, reaching. I walk through the tragedy with hope. Fear hits to my heart when I read the Bible. Assaults don't raise my fists. Panic never possesses. Courage is a cougar. Kisses are robins arriving. I catch a ride on clouds no one else can see. Buses close me into the company of demons, yet they merely ride the bus too. All the imagination of the universe cannot stop me from the truth. Truth is stronger than fiction as the Holy Ghost speaks my mind. Beauty is as a day becoming a day. It is to rise walking down a hill. Strength is in raising the world just as you're told. It is in knowing a friend and an animal, a cat, finding a way to say goodbye, knowing that will never be done. It is in knowing the woman I love walks with me. I am a being coming into existence more and more. It is in knowing my life is always beginning, receiving strength from others all the time, confirmed in her. Noticing your strength comes from places you see, from people you know, beings you have just begun to stand as sentinels. We have to stop and look, lost in the stars at night without footsteps, laughing at the depth of trust, sitting on the roadside looking at the silhouette of the horizon, surprised during the daytime behind a concrete barrier, getting sleep as cars drove by. My coat caught in the air like a crow. I billowed like a cloud. I ran as I walked. Depths of darkness I smiled into. Death had to die. To suckle her breasts, to flap in the wind. The truth pulsating through me while I hold her forever. Lost as with irony or comparison, or no real depth, dancing along the highway, yet running to the pain of my feet, running in sandals like the work of a pencil, to truly feel the gravel of the shoulder of the road, surrounded by loneliness, except your music on my disc player, finding a friend in my heart, to rise wherever I go, yet in merely the world, of paintings that catch what we see in nature, the anger of others you just walk away from, and see their pain walking away, only to dedicate yourself to everyone, hoping every two eyes stay alive, with a cat looking deeply into as you carry his bag of bones, believing in time, tomorrow to say something more. I rub my stocking feet against the carpet as I am above where I was, where I have rarely thanked people the way I hope they have believed I have. Your eyes in his, in a rock or a flower, yet his eyes, his world, a world I haven't seen except now.
Thank you, everyone, for bringing in your work today. Give yourselves a round of applause. And yeah, every single time you all read your poems here, I hear them when I'm over in my office in the back, but it's just so touching to hear all the talent you all have and continue to share with each other. So thank you very much. And if you, any of you who watch on the video we're about to make with this poetry slam want to come to the Writer's Circle, we meet on Thursdays, 1 to 3, Studio Central. Wear a mask, bring some poems. That's it. Have a good time. Those are the only rules. Okay, give yourselves another round of snaps or claps.